Welcome back to the show. I'm joined now by President and CEO of Lakeland College, Glenn Charlesworth, coming to us from Vermilion today. Thank you so much for joining us.
Pleasure to be here.
How was your summer? Are you recharged, ready for school?
Oh, absolutely. The summer was fabulous, but it's not like the old days where you came back in September and you're ready for school, because we've got school going 12 months a year now. So.
Right.
But I did get away for a little bit.
Oh, that's good. That's good. So the college is coming up on 97 years in the Lakeland. When it started, you guys were only 34 students, I believe. That's a pretty close-knit group. Is it still just as tight?
Well, I don't think it's just as tight as when it was 34 students, but within certain classes, I'm sure it's just as tight. No, the 34 has grown to 3,000 full-time and over 5,000 part-time students. So, yeah, the college continues to grow. And although we are a lot bigger than we were then, I do think there's still a very family, kind of close-knit feeling to the college that really hasn't changed. But is it as close as before? I don't know.
Probably not. What separates Lakeland College from other colleges besides maybe its size?
In terms of what separates us, you know, we're truly a hands-on college. With our student-managed farms, our labs in environmental sciences, and the practical learning that they do in conjunction with industry, the surgeries we do in the animal health clinics, the environmental sciences that we're working with, the licensed practical nurses and their practicums. We truly are a hands-on college. So when we talk about living the learning as our motto, I mean, it's not just a catchphrase. We really do live the learning, and I think that's a little bit different than some other schools.
Right. I think over the past couple of years, the lines sort of between college and university have almost blurred a little. There used to be a very separate line, and I know you guys have added a lot of university programs even just to Lakeland. Is that something you're striving for?
Absolutely. Not to become a university, but to offer what the students in our region need. So we've been looking at university programming, particularly here in Lloydminster. We have our Bachelor of Commerce, which you can do 4-year degree completion in partnership with the University of Athabasca. We've partnered with the University of Calgary in education, and we're going to be looking at more and more of these kinds of partnerships. You know, we have goals. I personally would like to see a suite of 4 or 5 degrees right here in Lloydminster. That's degree completion, start, finish right here, and give local citizens and local students a chance to complete their education here if they so choose.
And you think that's something that people are looking for now? Like, they don't want to go away to university anymore, they just want to stay here and go to the college and then just eventually finish their degree?
I think it's nice when you can stay local for a variety of reasons, not the least of which is money. I mean, I have kids that have stayed here, and I have kids that have gone off to university in Edmonton. And you know, you look at the cost of an education and tuition and residence and food and all of the trappings, the books. I mean, it's very expensive. If you can stay local and not have to travel, not have to book a residence, it's an awful lot more cost effective for students. So I think that's a big advantage.
Exactly. Let's talk about some of the new programs you have going on at Lakeland. The Early Learning Lab is new this year. Why don't you talk a little bit about that?
We've started an Early Learning Lab thanks to the Knowledge Infrastructure Program with the federal government. It's well underway. You go there now and you can see, well, actually it's kind of walled off, but the walls are coming down soon. You'll be able to see all of the framing that's going up. It's going to be a fabulous Early Learning Lab daycare situation. It'll be primarily for students and staff, but there will be space for public as well. And it's to help our students as well that are involved in the university transfer programs with early learning. So they'll be able to work with young people and further their education back to living the learning and hands-on education.
Yeah, I was just going to say, back to living the learning.
Yeah, we're really excited about it. And actually right above that space on the 2nd floor, we're building a new massage therapy clinic. And so our massage students, which have been very patient with us, and they've been in some of the residences for a few years, they're going to be moving into the campus. I think it's supposed to be ready in January, but if not, it'll be September for sure, next September. And they're going to have some nice state-of-the-art facilities there as well.
Cool. Let's talk about some of the agriculture programs. I think the agricultural programs at Lakeland are one of its biggest draws.
Yeah. And
you've just invested a lot of money in a new chunk of land. Is this something that you want to keep as sort of your main focus?
Well, I wouldn't say main focus. Agriculture represents about 10% of what we do. Okay. But it's certainly an important part of what we do, and we plan to continue it for the foreseeable future. And the investment in land in the Vermilion area was something we thought that was important, not just for agriculture. I should really emphasize that. Our students do manage the land, so the students will manage crop selection, they decide what goes on, the inputs, they decide on the harvest decisions. The same thing now with the livestock side as well, where we have a fairly significant herd, and we're going to manage that cattle herd and move them from pasture to pasture and all of that.
I was speaking with Phil Allen at the college a couple of weeks ago, and he was talking about sort of the shift in cultural diversity at Lakeland. They weren't seeing a lot of cultural diversity, and you are more so now. Is this something you're marketing towards?
Absolutely. You know, when the college got going in Lloydminster in the early 90s, we had a big international complement of students, and that kind of faded out there, and we're saying to ourselves, you know, that's not right. Bringing international students is really going to broaden perspectives all around. Right. And so it is a goal to bring in international students, more First Nation students. We've just put in a brand new interfaith room in both our campuses in Lloydminster and Vermilion. So yeah, it is a direction the college is going.
Excellent. We're out of time here, but I am really looking forward to seeing what Lakeland's going to be doing in the community this school year, and I hope you'll come back and visit us again. Anytime.
Thank you very much. It's a pleasure to be here.
Excellent. Thank you. We're just wrapping up our conversation with President and CEO of Lakeland College, Glenn Charlesworth. Next up, the Catholic side of Western education. But first, here's a look at this week's event listings with Grayson Knutson.
Hey everyone, Grayson Knutson here to check out some events happening in and around the region. Labus is currently holding a used book sale. All gently used books are only $1 a piece, and all proceeds go towards helping fund program costs. So stop by during business hours from Monday to Friday to help out a great cause. The Lloydminster Potters Guild will be starting their fall session on Sunday. It runs from 10 until 5 at the Bar Colony Center. Make sure you use the side door when you show up. The cost is $100 per person for the entire season, and they also have clay available for sale. Well, it's that time of year once again, fall supper season. The Knights of Columbus will be holding theirs this Sunday at Sandy Beach beginning at 4 o'clock, while Lashburn will be holding their fall supper next Sunday, also beginning at 4 o'clock. A brand new 4-H multi-club is looking to get started here in Lloydminster. They'll be having an organizational meeting on Monday, September 20th. Now, they're looking at incorporating a number of different projects into this club, and if you want more information, you can contact Karen. Well, there you have it, some more awesome events happening in and around our region. We're looking at that time here. There are plenty of things going on, and if you want your event aired right here on Newcap Television, email all the information to communitycalendar@newcap.ca, and we'll do our best to put it on the air for you. I'm Grayson Knutson, and this has been your Regional Events Calendar.